Spurs and Man United, the chaos at White Hart Lane, January 1976. In this video, we go back to 1976 to revisit one of football's most debated moments. Did Manchester United's Red Army actually take over Tottenham's famous home end, the Shelf? At the time, United's Red Army had a massive reputation. They regularly flooded away grounds with huge numbers, especially in London, where the Cockney Reds would swell their ranks. At White Hart Lane, up to 5,000 United fans could turn up. But what really happened that day? Did they take the Shelf or not? We've got stories from both sides, and it's not as clear-cut as you might think. Let's start with Ronnie, a member of Spurs' Yid Army. Back then, a lot of firms underestimated Spurs. We had loads of small crews who'd go after away fans walking from Seven Sisters. If we'd been more organized, we'd have been unbeatable. We had numbers and proper lads. When we did link up, like against Chelsea in the Cup, West Ham at the Blind Beggar, or when we went to Old Trafford after Kev's passing, we were dangerous. We had a few bad ones, like at Forest, but overall, we held our own. Man United always turned up strong. They never had it easy at our ground and got done a few times. In '76, they didn't take the Shelf. A barrier had broken in Park Lane, so police moved them over for safety. But they were under attack all game. United fans tried to help those stuck in the Shelf by coming over from the Paxton end, but we dealt with them too. That game was madness, one of the most violent I remember. We really hated the Cockney Reds, and you could always tell them apart by their clothes. They were the best firm from outside London, no doubt, and always up for it. But that day, that was a war. It kicked off again in '79 and '84 too. In '80 or '81, a Spurs fan died on the Seven Sisters escalator when it stopped during a fight. A horrible moment. No one should die over football. Ronnie also shared a later memory. When we went back to Old Trafford properly, we brought thousands, trains, coaches, everywhere. It kicked off all over. In the scoreboard end, the Cockney Reds bottled it. We went in, and the police had to move us out. United had got the better of us there before, but not that time. Now let's hear from Tony, a former Red Army top lad. Tottenham was easy before '75, but after that they started getting organized, and it became one of the toughest places to go. In '76, we were delayed on the trains. Around 2,000 of us turned up late, but the away end was sold out and the gates were shut. So we ran to another entrance. Had no idea where we were, just wanted in. We ended up in the Shelf by mistake. Maybe 200 of us. We kept quiet, hid our colors, but Spurs fans spotted us. Fights broke out. We did all right for a bit, but when more Spurs came in, we got battered. We had to jump into the lower stand, then into the away section. It was packed, but we squeezed in. After the game, it kicked off again. Spurs were waiting, but now we had around 3,000, and we weren't backing off. They came at us hard near a building site, throwing bricks and whatever they could, but we fought back and got to the station in one piece. Spurs were a solid firm, way more serious than people gave them credit for. That day was rough, but 1979 was even worse. So, what really happened? Yes, the Red Army ended up in the Shelf, but only by accident. Even their top lads admit it wasn't planned. That pretty much says it all. White Hart Lane was one of the most dangerous grounds for away fans in the '70s and '80s. The long walk back to Seven Sisters Station? Always tense. Often violent. But for those who were there, those were unforgettable times. Brutal, chaotic, and full of memories that still stir debate today.